Nigeria, my country, your country is a unique place to be. And that is why the country is making renewed strategic investments in research and innovation, targeting industrialization and sustainable growth in all productive sectors. Research in profitable technology for agriculture, health, environmental sustainability, and other consumables are geared towards technology transfer, wealth, and job creation. This is just a tip of the new course the National Biotechnology Research and Development Agency has set to propel Nigeria into the future, joining tech-driven societies. This is Reshaping Democracy. I'm Ayodeji Makinde. Yes, National Biotechnology Research and Development Agency, as an elixir for growth and development, has grown from grace to grace, combining biosafety and biosecurity measures to ensure integrity of researches. The Director General of the solely research entity, Professor Abdullahi Mustafa, is on Reshaping Democracy to answer your questions as Nigerians on the facility's efforts to turn around the nation's fortunes in a world powered by technology.
How does Nbrda prioritize and allocate resources for strategic investment in Nigeria and in research and innovation? Then other thing is what criteria does it use to evaluate the potential project?
You see, we are a government agency, and then we're established to start a research, to establish researches that is going to solve the problem of Nigerians in terms of agriculture, environment, industry, and medical. And in all those areas, strategically, because we employed people, the people that we employed are researchers. And we are solely conducting research for government to make sure that we have tally with the government's policy on development using research activity. And this staff, we call each and every year for research proposal, and we sit down in a team to screen those proposals and see which proposal tally with the government policy. And we allocate resources based on budgetary allocation to those researches, and we now follow up with the researches to continue so that we can now have a product that is going to be for the benefit of Nigerians. And those researches that we have are in those 4 categories areas, and we encourage them to collaborate within the agency, outside the agency, for example, the universities and the other research institutions. To tell you, we have 6 premier universities that we have collaboration with them, and they are located in 6 geopolitical zones, including Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, University of Port Harcourt, Nsukka, Jos, and Maiduguri. All those universities, we have collaboration strategically to posture research and development in the country that is going to produce result that is going to solve the problems of Nigerians. And we are doing that, and we continue to do that.
What initiative has Nbrda undertaken to train researchers and innovators in cutting-edge technologies, and how does it ensure skills are retained and applied in Nigeria? Since
the inception of this government, we have sponsored not less than 250 PhDs, and we have sponsored not less than 300 master's degree in various areas, in various fields of interest that I've mentioned earlier, that is medical, agriculture, industry, and the environment. All those areas are very important, and then we send people to make sure that they got trained. And by then training, whether within and outside or outside the country, we have now developed what is called Young Researchers Forum. And this Young Researchers Forum is what we harness, that is the younger people that came back with fresh ideas, with either postdoc, masters, or PhD. and we put them together, and then we tax them with a research proposal. And this research proposal is what they provide, so that we sit down and strategize and screen and make sure that these meet the yearning of the people of Nigeria. And there are so many research that we have now put in place, and I'm telling you, within the 1 to 2 years, you will see a result that is going to come. Part of this research, Young Researchers Forum research activity, is what we have about 8 researches, but I'll tell you 4 that are the verge, or 3 that are the verge of being concluded. One, you know the problem that we have recently in Kaduna, the problem of ginger that is being attacked by fungi. And that is a big problem that a lot of farmers are crying about. But fortunately, we have taxed this Young Researchers Forum, and they're at the verge of producing bioinsecticide that will mitigate this problem. And I'm sure that is the policy that the federal government has taken to make sure that we improve farming system through mitigating this insect attack. This is very, very key. And I'm assuring you that in the next 6 to 7 months, we are going to produce a product that is going to mitigate that problem. And this is what we are talking about, young researchers coming up to make sure that they deliver on the mandate of the federal government that is being in place. Again, you know, we have a lot of problems of mosquito malaria in this country. And the part of the Young Researchers Forum, we task them to bring something that is bio, which is less harmful. It's not chemical, but it's something that Nigerians will use, and it will be less harmful. So they are working hard, and they are almost at the verge of producing a biochemical that will be used in the normal way of mosquito coil. That same mosquito coil, or a spray, and that is going to be biochemical, and that is not going to be hazardous, because it's something that is we are using day to day. We are working on that. We are still closing on that particular research. And there are many more other researches that we are doing, and then we are seeing that we work hard to produce results. Another part of the research that we are doing, which I have told you that we have 3 that is at the verge of conclusion, is making sure that, you know, Nigeria is a mining country. And there are so many places, like some years ago, you know, the problem of lead in Zamfara, lead poisoning. And what we devise now, we are devising is a test kit that when you now put in an area, whether you are a miner, whether you are a farmer, whether you even interact in the area, the blood test is going to quickly tell you what dose do you have of the heavy metal. And you know those heavy metals contribute to different ailments, and that is difficult for people to predict, or the medical doctors to predict. But by this test kit, we are now going to present it, and then it's going to be very cheap, so that it can be massively produced, so that we distribute. And this is not going to be even within the Nigerian country. It can be even outside the country, that the neighboring country, because Nigeria can use it to earn money in so many other neighboring countries, or any other nation that may be interested. And this is the research that we are closing on, to make sure that we have produced simple test kit that is going to be cheaper, and that is going to be used to test the dose of heavy metals in human body. And that is going to solve a lot of problem medically. So these are the 3 key areas that we think we are closing now to produce something that is very useful to Nigerian people. And if you look at it, it's going to bring a lot of employment. It is going to bring a lot of, for example, in the health sector, it's going to cure a lot of problems. And then in the agricultural sector, it's going to boost the economy, and it's going to bring a lot of people back to farming.
How does Nbrda enhance awareness and understanding of biotechnology among policymakers, industries, and the general stakeholders and the general public?
There are so many various researches which I have not talked about, which we have done in the country, and the awareness is to make sure that people come to terms with what the federal government is doing in terms of biotechnology, comes to terms with the safety of biotechnology activity in the country, come to terms to understand that Nigerians are safe in terms of research activities that is going on in biotechnology section. We are doing quite a lot. We are carrying the legislators along. We are carrying the judiciary along and the executive. And we are going down to the masses. We are going to the traditional rulers. We are going to communities. So all this, we take our campaign from one door to another at intermittent time. We have a collaboration with African Agricultural Technology Foundation, and we have what is called Open Forum for Agricultural Biotechnology. And that collaboration is really key to helping us to make sure that we have delivered in terms of the dissemination of information in terms of biotechnology in the country. And with this collaboration, we have reached to nook and cranny of corners of Nigeria, and we have reached to common masses on the street, because we have pamphlets that have been produced and distributed in different languages in the country, and we have programs that is going on in television, is going on in radio, and in going on internet. So in either way, you will come across what is going on in terms of biotechnology in all these medias that I've listed. And that is the key. And we have gone one-on-one with different traditional rulers, with different stakeholders in terms of either science or non-science, or people, non-governmental organization, human rights group, and many more. So we are doing that and we'll continue to do that, and then we'll continue to tell people what we are doing. And we'll even continue to encourage people to come and see what we are doing in this agency, because it's not everybody that knows what science is doing in terms of development in the country. And science communication helps with that, and advocacy helps with that. For example, it's not everybody that knows that now that there is no problem of shortage of cowpea in the country, which means beans, but they didn't know that it is because of the improved variety and then BT cowpea that has been released in the country, which is resistant to insect attack, resistant to Maruca vitrata, and then high yielding, and then it is resistant to drought. So as a result of that, we have abundance of cowpea in the country. As a result of research in biotechnology, we have abundance of, now we have maize that is going to fill in the deficit of maize in the country. We have cotton. Just recently, I met with the governor of Katsina State. I'm meeting with some governors in terms of cotton deployment in the country, because we deploy cotton, that is BT cotton, which is, the cotton is high strength lint, and then it is high quality lint, and the fiber is very good, and then it's resistant to cotton bollworm attack, and is resistant to drought. And this is what is bringing back the cotton engineering industry, and it's multi-billion-dollar investment in the country, because we want people to go back to the farm, and that is what the Katsina State governor just mentioned, because they are trying to collaborate with us, and so that we can produce, we can now make sure that they have got the best practice of this cotton production. So all this is what we think that we need to tell people in terms of advocacy. This is what we are doing.
What approach is NBDE employ to promote the application and commercialization of research, output, and technologies? And how does it support innovators?
This is a very interesting question, and it tallies with the government policy now. Industrialization, industrialization, industrialization. And that is very, very key to what we are doing now. I've told you about the researches that we are doing, and these researches are translatable to product, and it's something that if an industry can pick it up, it is something that can now earn a lot of money for the people that have invested in. For example, when you go to when you move to the issue of this bioinsecticide and many more, we are looking up to translate it into research. For example, insulin production. Insulin production, we collaborated with International Center for Genetic Engineering and Biotechnology, Trieste, Italy, and the insulin was produced. And this insulin, you know, is very critical to the health sector. We partner with one company that has branch in Nigeria but is in China. Recently I visited China and we have seen what is there. We have signed MOU with them, and then they are bringing their equipment, their machineries, and we are bringing our expertise. We put it together here in the country, and we are going to produce this insulin in the country. Another section is the HIV drugs and some other drugs. We are having partnership with one company which is called Reshaping, and which has also partnership in the country, outside the country. So we are putting it together. Recently, they visited us, and they are going to visit us again. We are going to produce HIV drugs. We are going to produce other vaccines and other drugs.
I want to ask, how does your agency encourage the use of local contents and resources in research and innovation? And also, I would like to know the benefits of your approach to Nigerian society and economy at large.
So he's talking about local content. We are biotechnologies. What do? We harness bioresources. And that is why we have bioresources centers across 36 states in the country. And these bioresources centers is saddled with responsibility to make sure that all the bioresources that is in the state is being, one, documented, two, improved, harnessed, and then bring it to the level of commercialization. Even if it is commercialized, how do we upgrade? How do we improve? So this is the essence of establishing bioresources across 36 centers in the country. So what we do is make sure that we have now gone to the doorstep of each and every community to make sure that we have established a bioresource center. Some of our bioresource centers are even in remote places. Why? Because we have seen there are some potentialities in there so that they can quickly harness and bring it up.
My question is, how does Nbrda incorporate environmental sustainability and protection into its research and innovation agenda, particularly promoting green technologies and practice?
Well, you see, in whatever we do, we encourage biosafety. Biosafety for the environment, biosafety for the humankind. And there are rules and regulations that we follow in terms of biosafety. Biosafety is a necessity for us because Nigeria has signed for Cartagena Protocol. So we follow all the protocols and make sure that we deliver in that biosafety activity. And also we have a program that is ongoing, is yet to come, trying to make sure that we have bring to life desertification fight, so that we can use the strategy of tissue culture to make sure that we reclaim our soil, we reclaim the environment. Yes, we have researches for environmental sustainability. The clean cooking also is an area that we are working hard to make sure that we have protect the environment. Clean cooking in terms of using the biomass to generate gas for cooking, in terms of using the cassava peel and some bio resources like sugarcane and what have you to produce bioethanol.
Our question is, how is Nbrda facilitating international collaboration and knowledge sharing in research and innovation? And how does it engage the private sector, in funding and supporting research initiatives?
We have international collaborations across the globe, ranging from the United Nations, subsection of United Nations like UNESCO and the core, and then we have a partnership with a lot of countries like US, like UK. Recently, we have a meeting at the Commonwealth to make sure that we put health together of the Commonwealth of the nation in terms of one program that we are creating to make sure that we have bring back the reclaim our soil. And this is a program that uses rock to reclaim the soil. Instead of using the fertilizer, the weathered rock is called rock weathering. That is going to reclaim the soil, bring back the bioactivity in the soil, and then if you apply it, it is confirmed that you can now you don't need to apply fertilizer for the next 4 years when you use that weathered rock. So the program is on. That is what we take to Commonwealth of Nation with the Honorable Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology. We went there and then we describe it, and then we are still working on that to make sure that we do that weathered rock. Also in terms of the environment, is helping in terms of mitigating the carbon dioxide emission, because when you apply the weathered rock, it's a clean, there is no chemical in it. It's still the same rock that we crush. Based on tests, we find the actual quality of the rock that we need. We just go and apply it, and then you don't need to apply for at least 4 years. And then it is going to give you high yield. At around 37% of the yield is increased in the second and the third year. And it will give you a cleaner environment. There is no chemical, and it will give you quality of what you invested, because in terms of money, a lot of money is going to come into the pocket of the farmer. So we have collaboration also with universities, I've told you, across the country and even outside the country. A lot of people are coming for collaboration, private organizations. Recently, Nigeria signed around $9 billion agreement with Saudi Arabia and other Arab nations. And this Al-Halal is taking advantage. They have sheep, they have goats, and they are producing, they want to produce it massively so that we start exporting the quality food. That market is there, and we are working hand in hand with them, one, to improve the quantity, the quality of the meat, to improve the feed, to make sure they are healthy, and to make sure that they deliver in terms of protocols that is needed for the export of that meat to all these Arab nations and other parts of the world. There are so many other collaborators that we are working together to make sure that we have delivered on the mandate of the federal government to bring industrialization, to make sure that we create wealth, to make sure we create jobs, to make sure we mitigate problems that are existing in the country.
And so there is a lot ongoing in the agency, from genetic engineering, promotion of indigenous technology, advancing HIV vaccine research, producing heavy metal lead testing kits for miners, non-hazardous bioinsecticides, and a final solution to the persisting ginger blight disease. Impact is being made nationwide, with 36 states bioresource centers, identifying and harnessing local content, developing young researchers, and creation of a hub to advance biotech. The agency is equally training over 500 staff and partners from institutions for PhDs and MScs in related fields to boost Nigeria's drive for cutting-edge research. That's Reshaping Democracy. I'm Ayodeji Makinde. Good night, and thanks for watching.